morning. I'm on my way to the office. So it's really, it's the first day that I've picked up this camera since I got back from Europe. And I'm headed to work in the office today. I gotta make sure I have my badge out here. But yeah, feeling pretty good. I feel rested. I'm ready to get back to the office. All right. So I'm headed to work. Like I said, it's the first day I picked this camera up since I got back in town. And I realized some things on this trip, and I really want to address Natalie. And I think I will in a separate video just address Natalie Stringfield, who put together that trip for all these awesome women to Paris and Belgium. The trip was amazing. But I've come back with some realizations, and I'm headed to work today. And I actually started putting some things in place this week as soon as I got back in the office. Yes, I was tired. Yes, I slept and tried to catch up. But now that I'm fully back, acclimated to my time zone, and things are good, I can say that at work this week, I have been more assertive, and not in a bad way, just more assertive. What I normally would have done, using this as an example, what I normally would have done, because we do what's called peer reviews. We review each other's work. We look for errors to make sure things, we check all the numbers, check to make sure that the dates are correct. We check a lot. We check behind each other. We all do it. But for me, whenever I do make an error, I get these long emails from my colleagues. Oh, you didn't do this, or you did that, or that date's wrong, or needs to change 2025 to 2026, and then they copy the whole world. And me, being who I am, I just make the corrections, or I'll ask them in private, hey, did you mean to put this here? Did you mean to do this? And they'll say, oh no, I didn't mean to do that. Let me correct it, and then you can go back in. I'm going to stop doing that, because they take every opportunity to make me look incompetent, even if that's not their goal. That's kind of what it does. And I take those same opportunities to protect each and every one of them. And I'm not given that same grace. And so I'm not going to have less grace. I'm just going to not hide my grace. I'm not going to hide my critiques of their work, just like they don't hide their critiques of my work. Now, I do believe that critiquing each other's work and giving feedback does help everybody. So I don't think it's a bad thing. I just think that the way that it is done, when it is me being corrected or critiqued, is different than the way that I correct and critique. And so that's one of the big things I'm gonna stop doing. And the other thing is, I have become very quiet at work. When I first started working, I was very confident. I told you what I thought. If it was wrong, you had to tell me it was wrong, and why you disagreed. And I just started at some point to sit back and not say very much at work. And now they all think I'm quiet. I am not quiet. I am, however, extremely reserved, because I do not trust people at work. But I also think that backfires, and it makes people think that, again, it shows up as, I think, incompetence. Like, don't ask her. She never says anything. She probably doesn't know. Or is she even paying attention? She hasn't said a word on this call. We've been on this call for 45 minutes. Oh, yes, I'm paying attention. Yes, I do have an opinion. Do I care to express it? No. But I'm going to start fighting that. I'm going to go back to being the Lynette I was when I started working, the one that they kind of broke. Because I don't know, as a person, I'm very giving. I'm very just open. Like, you get one version of me, and I don't have these different faces and these different personalities, because I had a manager actually tell me that, well, I'm somebody else at home. I'm like, well, you should see a psychiatrist, because that's not normal. But I think for them, maybe it is. And I'm not going to become somebody who has a different personality at home. I'm going to do what they've been encouraging me to do, even though they didn't mean it. They told me to bring my whole self to work. Well, watch out now, because Lynette's coming to work. Be careful what you wish for, because they have a whole idea about who they think I am. And one of the things I did last night, one of my peers asked me, hey, can you review this document and compare it to what I was supposed to bring in from this other document? And I went in and I told her, I put in the comments where she missed a period. I put in the comments where the language was unclear. I put in the comments like where she missed words or where she changed words. Hey, did you mean to change these words? Because I can see that it would make sense for you to change these words based on our job. But I just want to make sure that you meant to do that, because that's the kind of feedback I get. Like, oh, there wasn't a period over here and that should have been 2026. Like, you could have changed the 2025 to 2026. We didn't need to have a conversation about that. But okay, I got it. So I left a whole bunch of comments where normally I just send their work back and they're like, thank you. So I just got a message from her a few minutes ago, and she's like, hey, I went in and addressed all the comments. Can you go in and approve it now so that I can move forward in my process? Certainly. As soon as I get to the office, I'll sit down, check that you did or addressed everything that I commented on, and then move forward. And again, I'm not being vindictive. I'm not being, and I probably don't even need to say that. Like, I'm not doing anything that's wrong. I'm doing probably what's expected, but what they also probably thought that I could not do because I have not done it. Whew. Sun is bright. Oh, now y'all can't see me. I'll suffer from my art. And the Lord said, we'll just put a cloud right there, make it a little better. Now it's okay. But anyway, just wanted to have this little in the car chat on the way to the office. It is, I always try to be there by 9. Oh gosh, my watch is dead. It is 8:45. My watch is dead because whenever I leave it off and don't put it on, it's trying to check, heart rate, pulse, it's doing all that stuff, and it's trying over and over until it just basically kills itself, trying to keep me alive. But yeah, today's gonna be a great day. I feel good. I feel like I look good, and that makes a heck of a difference in how I treat myself during the day. I smell good. Thank you to Aaliyah's Face for her Better Days perfume, and to Peyton Charles for her Disrupt version of what she call it, Dubai. Yes, so I done mixed you girls together. I got on a little Peyton Charles, a little Leah's Face, and we're going to work. Smelling good, feeling good, looking good, the whole 9. All right, talk to y'all later. Hey, it is still Thursday. As you can see, I still got on the same clothes, but it is late in the day. So we have a dance recital tonight we're gonna head off to. I'll film a little of that for y'all, and other than that, the work day is done. I got some stuff done. Probably not as much as I could have, but anyway, because I've kind of been lounging this afternoon, eating potato chips and chocolate. I don't know. So anyway, but right now we're on our way to the dance recital. So my daughter left her shoes at school, missed the bus. It's been one of them days. So she missed the bus. I came up here and got her because she missed the bus. Took her home. We get home, And now she's telling me she doesn't have her shoes. And here she comes. So let me talk to her. Hold on.
Oh, I won't have to tell my scary dance teacher that I forgot my shoes.
Your dance teacher's scary?
Yes.
Okay, y'all. So, quick. Oh, hold on. Just so y'all know, thanks to mommy, crisis averted. She come back, the house locked. I can't get my shoes. No. So dramatic. So anyway, so I'm just like, there's no way the hall's actually locked. And we go down there, is the hall locked? No. They put a gate up to keep, because there's other things going on here, and to keep the kids out of the hallways, they just put a gate up to make it appear to be locked, because that's what grown-ups do. Because most people are going to do what she did and assume that it is locked. But I just left Paris. So, you know, I've been problem solving, because I've been traveling, and you got to do what you got to do and make things work and get your luggage where it need to be and get your VAT refunds. Anyway, we got the shoes. And now we're headed to the other school where the recital is. A few minutes late, but crisis averted. Alright, later y'all. Let me talk to little Stinker so I can, like, tell her how awesome I am. It is Saturday. I don't remember the last time I picked up my camera. But anyway, I've got a lot I need to do today. And none of it's like pressing, but like I need to unpack. I haven't unpacked since I got back from Paris. I came back in, slept all day Monday, and then went to work. My yard is overgrown. The kids kind of handled the front. I need to get out here in the back, and I need to get better organized. Right now, so I got up this morning, I already had a cup of coffee, and I started cleaning off some of my my SD cards for this camera and for my other camera, because I think I'm going to go back to using the other camera a little bit when I'm doing stationary things, because this camera is great for moving around. And I love the quality of this camera, but I do have another camera, so I'm going to start back using it a little bit. Maybe one day I'll upgrade that camera, but it does record in 4K, and I just stopped using it because it was inexpensive, not because anything was wrong with the quality of the recordings. So I'm going to continue using it until I get something else. But in the meantime, I think I'm going to put on some pants and some socks because I don't want to get bit by anything in the yard again. And I'm going to head on out there, and it looks like it's going to rain. So I'm just going to, yeah, y'all see all the mess behind me. But anyway, I'm going to head out there and kind of get a little bit of the yard work done. I also need to wash my hair and then fully dry it. We'll talk a little bit, maybe another vlog. Maybe I'll start a series about what's kind of going on with my hair, because these last couple of years have been just completely out of the ordinary. And I wasn't expecting to have issues with my hair, but I have some pretty serious issues with my hair, with hair loss, the lack of hair growth, or I shouldn't say it's not growing, but it just keeps thinning. And then we'll go through a phase where it comes back in, and then it starts to thin again. And I really don't know what's going on with it. So I don't really know what's going on with my hair, but it keeps thinning, and then it stops thinning, then it starts coming back in again, then it starts thinning again. So I'm just kind of thrown off by it, and I got to figure out how to keep it consistently doing what it's supposed to do. Because right now, this front part, this so-called leave out, is extremely thin, and I don't know why. And I know I need to go back to being consistent with my iron and my multivitamins, which I have not been doing since I got back from Paris because I'm just kind of out of sync with everything here. And then, like I said, before I even left, things were disorganized. So now that I'm feeling better and thinking better, I need to get my life back organized. I used to be extremely organized. Like, this house does not look like me. But anyway, I'm gonna find some pants, because when I was leaning down here earlier trying to talk to y'all, the camera followed me down and you can see I don't have any pants on. So let me get dressed. I'm headed to the backyard. Don't know how good the battery is charged at my lawnmower, but we about to find out. Y'all, look at this mess. Just gonna cut until the battery dies. So, talk to y'all later. Anyway, I'm gonna make me a little salad. Saturday still. I did a whole bunch of stuff in the yard. Didn't really finish it. It doesn't look great, but I got a lot of the yard mowed. But anyway, this is Lynette Smiles saying goodbye, good night, have a good evening, and we'll start a new vlog tomorrow. So if you've made it this far, like, share, subscribe, and I'll see you on next go. Later.